ठिक छ आज हाम्रो गेम छ डोकी डोकी लिटरेचर क्लब। यो गेम भनेको टिपिकल टिनेजरको छेउछाउमा हुन्छ, उनीहरू के कस्तो सोच्छन् भनेको मलाई थाहा छैन। अब सँगै एक्सप्लोर गरौँ। के भयो? डिडिएलसी मेन स्टोरी खेल्छु। ओहो प्यारो म्युजिक छ। Sensitive content and things that may be disturbing for some player and should be approached with caution. Okay. In-game content warning for such material can be enabled in the setting menu at any time. Okay. The setting menu also contains a link to external web page that links to all the content warning. Would you like to brief category of the content warning? No. I mean in-game explore garchau. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating. Yes, I agree. Team Salvato. थाहा छ यो कुरा। न्यू गेम नाम के राखौं? काजु कतली। Hey, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arm in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayuri, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you would never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because we have known each other for so long. Hey, chaddi badi raisin sana dekhiko. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting for her. If she is going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sat and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up to me. Sayuri, ah! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Sayuri bole, hey! You said that like you were thinking about ignoring me? That's mean, Kaju Katli. Ek ta dhilo odne ulte malai thargaune. Kaju Katli. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want to think we're a couple or something. Sayuri. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Because I'm a sweet guy. Whatever you say, Sayuri. Hehe. We cross the street again and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making the daily commute. By the way, Kajkatli, have you decided on a club to join? Club? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Hey, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. ए यो मलाई लाग्यो कि हुन्छ भनिदिहाले अब यसमा आएर म Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Attention seeker ho yo Sayuri. I was talking about how I'm worried that you wouldn't learn how to socialize or have any skill before college. यो नि राम्रो हो, socialize गर्न सिक्न पर्यो. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you are happy now, but I would die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a very few years because you are not used to real world. NEET भनेको के हो? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. I'm clubbing जाने हो. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you will try a little? Yay, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Bawlat छ. स्त्री लम्पट मान्छे. More than that, I'm surprised. I won't let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to erase her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Kajkatli. Clubs. Sari wants me to take out some clubs. Club ma jane ho. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Oh, anime club. Hello. Sayuri. Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Sayuri. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. एक्लैदेखि आइयो. Honestly, you're even worse than that sometimes. I'm impressed. Kajukatli. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Sayuri भने. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought know what? Or that you could come to my club. Le club ma बोलेर चाहिँ जान Kajukatli. Sayuri. Yay! There is no way I'm going to your club. Yay! Mini. Sayuri is vice president of the literature club. आफ्नो club को vice president हो. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. अहिले हाम्रो देशको पोलिटिसियनहरु छन् त्यस्तै. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Literature. Yes, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Usko literature club, म जान खोजेको anime club. Why do you care so much anyway? अरे लट्टु छ उत्तेरो माथि. Well, I kind of told the guy yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Yay! Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of a airhead or if she's so funny as to have planned all of this out. भन्नुको अर्थ के छ भनेपछि उले सायुरीले काजुकतीलाई बोलाएर चाहिँ उ चाहिँ जान चाहेको छैन. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Cupcake को लागि मान्यो. Yes, let's go. La cupcake खाने. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Yes, everybody. के भन्छन्? थोमस सेल्वीले भन्छ त. Everybody is poor. नै मैले बिर्से. तपाईले सचाउन सक्नुहुन्छ है. I deliberately follow Sayuri based across the school and upstairs and section of the school I rarely visit. Sayuri, full of energy, swings, opens the classroom door. Sayuri, everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me new member. Yay! I glance across the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayuri always say nice thing about you. Sayuri lattu chhe tyoma. Goal 2. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere? Atmosphere? Hey, Kaju Katli, what a nice surprise. Let's see this. Hey. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. के गरम भयो Kaju Katli लाई. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Cute girl. What are you looking at? You mean say you Kamandi. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Oh, to Natsuki. Oh. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. मैले भनेको थिएँ नि घमण्डी Natsuki. Her small figure makes her look like a first year student. First year, होइन 10 क्लासको. She is also the one who makes cupcakes according to Sayuri. Oh, Sayuri. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayuri says that quietly to my ear, then turns her back towards the other girl. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Bichako Natsuki, right side ko Yuri, utako Sayuri. Natsuki, Yuri. Yuri, don't say anything like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayuri and Natsuki. In duita aine bicha गरेर लेफ्ट साइड को अलि दिमागमा के भन्छन् अलि मेच्योर छैन अनि इमेच्योर भयो. Yuri सबभन्दा राइट साइड को चाहिँ मेच्योर टिमिड. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Sayuri. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Monica too. That's right. It's great to see you again, Kaju Katli. Monica smiles sweetly. Lattu छ नि मान्छे. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. मतलब फेल भयो. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically complete out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little lively. You too, Monica? Come on, sit down, Kaju Katli. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Yay, I made them. I'll get them. Natsuki. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Yuri. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few decks arranged to come on table. पुरै लट्टु छ नि यो मान्छे माथि. यो मान्छेले भाउ नै दिदैन. रियल लाइफमा बाबा के भइसक्थ्यो होला अहिलेसम्म. As Sayuri mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Yay! Are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Yo, so cute! Monica, I had no idea you were so good at barking, Natsuki. Barking? Yeah, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayuri gives one first, then Monica, and follow. It's delicious. Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my finger, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking the glances in my direction. नाच्छु कि नि लट्टु भएको थियो उसको माथि उसको भन्दा नि म माथि मेरो क्यारेक्टर माथि It's waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Wow, why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't I heard this somewhere before? सुने सुने जस्तो लाग्यो. Met them for your anything. Natsuki भने. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe, Laza you, but not for you know you dummy. Alright. कुरा घुमाइरहेछ नि टिन्टी केटीले नि टिन्टी केटीले कुरा घुमाइरहेछन् I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Kaju Katli, you keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. शिक्षकको मन्जुरी छ ओके After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. अझैसम्म जति बोरिङ के गेम होला भनिराख्नु भयो होला पछि यसमा चोइसहरु आउँछ र त्यो डिफरेन्ट चोइसहरुले गर्दाखेरि गेमको एन्डिङ नै त्यही अनुसार हुन्छ त्यही भएर नाच्दिनु होला तपाईहरु भक्कर सुरु भइराछ मोनिकाले भन्छ Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. Yuri. That's not. Insulted Yuri looks away. Yuri lajai. Yuri, I mean that you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. ठीक छ चिया कसलाई मन पर्दैन I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Yuriले आफै मुतिर हेरी र मुस्कुराई मुसुक्क. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Monica ni lattu. Monica lattu, Yuri lattu. Sorry. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Zabardasti ल्यायो नि उले. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet and Sayori seemed really happy here, so Sayori को खुसी होला कि माया. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm impressed. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major club. Weren't you a leader of the debate? Phone मलाई please एकछिन मलाई phone नगराउनु. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can stand at all of the politics around the major clubs. But the obvious कुरा हो सबै क्लबमा politics हुन्छ राजनीति. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. बहस गर्ने budget छुट्याउने publicity गर्ने. I would much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into the literature, then I am fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader, Sayori Lemali. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I am surprised that there aren't more people in the clubs yet. then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the efforts to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature हो नि अब क्याम्पसको क्लबमा नि अब खेलकुदमा यस्तोमा धेरैजना हुन्छन् आबद्ध अनि यस्तो खालकोमा एकदमै थोरै नै हुन्छन् जस्तो लिटरेचर भयो अरु कथा वाचन कविता वाचन यिनी चीजमा थोरै हुन्छन् you have to work hard to convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile fun हुँदैन जस्तो लाग्छ धेरै जसोलाई त्यही भएर नि हुँदैनन् जोइन but it makes school event like the festival that much more important and confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right everyone? Sayori. Yay! We'll do our best. You know it, Natsuki. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. And Monica must have worked really hard just to find this threesome. Monica sabanda mature. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Kajukatli, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read this past year, I don't really have a good way of answering. Go, पढ्नकोलाई मन लाग्छ, गेम खेल्न मन लाग्छ, डुल्न मन लाग्छ सबैलाई. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki head suddenly perks up. Chatta हेरी उले. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Yuri. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy world. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. कसैको के भनौं बानी हुन्छ टक्कै किताब पढ्ने आफ्नो दुनियामा रमाउने बाहिर घुम्दैनन् डुल्दैनन् Yuri. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerses me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Ekdam thik. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. किताब मात्रै कुरा गर्छ यसले. Monica. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, Yuri. I guess you completely say that. You could say that. Yuri. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Natsuki. I hate horror. Well, I don't like it. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Natsuki पुरै लट्टु छ. पुरै. That's right. You usually like to write some about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Oh, what? What gives you that idea? Monica. You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Hehe. Your cupcakes, your poems, Sayuri ai. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki. You write your own poems. मैले भने. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. कस्तो छ भनेपछि यो नात्सुकीको क्रस काजुकतले तर नात्सुकीलाई के समस्या छ भनेपछि सोशलाइजेसन समस्या छ उसको कम्युनिकेसन स्किल खासै राम्रो छैन त्यही भएर अलि रिसाएको जस्तो झर्केको जस्तो बोल्छ नात्सुकी Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki Edwards are eyes. Natsuki. You wouldn't like them? Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Setting that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Yuri once said, the truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Yes. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Monica. Do you have writing experience to Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share yours. Yuri. Kazukatli. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to reread everyone's poem. We all sit in silence for a moment. Monica. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Sable bhane, huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Sayuri. Yay, let's do it. Monica le plus now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Is that right, Kazukatli? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Sayuri. Sabanda left side ko Sayuri, Sabanda right side ko. नाम बिर्से मैले. Hold on. There is still one problem. Monica. What's that? Now that we are back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and I lose my train of thought. म सोच्नै सकिन. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. चारजना महिलाले मलाई हेरे. खालान जसरी हेरे. Monica. But Yuri. I'm sorry, I thought Natsuki. Kazukatli. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayuri wraps her arm around me, jumping up and down. Oh! Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just come for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Natsuki, सबभन्दा त Natsuki लट्टु भएको छ. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Kazukatli. Thanks, I guess. Monica. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once again. Monica, Kajgatli, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehe. Kajgatli, yes. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skill? I really feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Sayuri, hey Kajukatli, since you are already there, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed at after school for club. Sure, might as well. Yay! ल घर जाऊ अब. With that, the two of us departed the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. को राम्रो छ? Natsuki राम्रो छ सबभन्दा. Natsuki cute little girl. सेटिङमा हल्का मिलाउँ न. Music, language and text. Exit DDLC. होइन मलाई Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Yes. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. ठिक छ, क्लोज हुने, गर्लफ्रेन्ड बनाउने, बिहे गर्ने, घरबार जमाउने. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess let's start with writing a poem tonight. आज कविता लेखाइ हुन्छ. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Shopping, cheer, defeat, jump, sunset, judgment, muscle, music, cute, hot, dazzle. Sunset, email, loud, party, comfort, agonizing, bouncy, determination, marshmallow, socks, mouse. Agonizing भनेको के हो? Agonizing को meaning के हो? AGON. Causing great physical or mental pain. Oh no. Bouncy, determination, marshmallow, socks, mouse. Determination. And त्यसपछि unrequited, eternity, infallible, puppy, breathe, intellectual, whirlwind, misfortune, after image, friends, eternity is best, atone, universe, pout, prayer, rose, infinite, awesome, wonderful, broken, climax, rose, ocean, charm, shiny, analysis, covert, fireworks, pattern, heart, amazing, precious, result, aura, imagination, portrait, contamination, adventure, variance, tear, precious, lollipop, feaster, whisper, swimsuit, case, chicks, summer, daydream, bliss. Bliss भनेको लजाउनु होइन र. Bliss भनेको लजाउनु होइन र. A state of perfect happiness. Perfect happiness. Daydream. Peace, empty, fireflies. Bunny, headphone, hop, dark melody, pure family. Firefly. Disown, alone, heaven set, hopeless, anime, scars, sleep, play, vanilla, lucky. Heaven sent. Heaven sent भनेको स्वर्ग जानु हो र. सेन्ट SE1 सेन्ट भनेको Whose observed opportunity data is unexpected at exactly the right moment when हेवन सेन्ट भनेको कुनै मान्छे अचानक आइदियो र ऊ आएर हामीलाई एकदमै राम्रो महसुस भयो एक्स्ट्रा अर्डिनरी क्वेसन एङ्गर रेनबो फ्लावर जोय लाफ स्पेनिङ एक्जिस्टेन्स हरर भ्याकेसन क्रिम्सन रेन क्लाउड चाइल्डहुड ल्यान्डस्केप पापा किस प्यासन डेथ फरगिभ डिजास्टर म्यारिज होप जम्पी टुगेदर प्रुफ यसमा म्यारिज राखौँ न ट्रेजर ब्युटी सुगर लिपस्टिक पेन रेनड्रप अनरिस्ट्रेन्ड सेम चकलेट हलिडे लिपस्टिक इनक्यापेबल डायस्ट्री स्टिकी स्पेशल थ्रिल अनकन्ट्रोलेबल बुक perfect melancholy electricity uncontrollable flying vivacious pink misery ribbon one inferno tragedy doki doki meager secretive excitement sunny cry captive explode strawberry clumsy fantasy giggle unstable effulgent destiny heartbeat essence anxiety blanket skipping massacre heartbeat philosophy wrath color waterfall lazy nibble dance fear graveyard despite यसमा हामीले डान्स गरौँ न ड्रीम disoriented sadness unending tenacious flee time fun lust smile best नि sing bed fickle vivid sparkle valentine ambient promise love कविता बन्यो हाम्रो रेडी मोनिका हाई अगेन काजु कतली glad to see you didn't run away on us ha 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 ना डोन्ट वरी कहाँ छोडेछ हामीलाई तिम्रो जस्तो यस्तो सुन्दरी मान्छेहरू भेट्छौ दिस माइट बी अ लिटल स्ट्रेन्ज फर मी बट आई एट लिस्ट किप माई वर्ड अनि म बोलीको पक्का छु वेल आइम ब्याक एट द लिटरेचर क्लब आई वाज द लास्ट टु कम इन सो एभ्रीवन एल्स इज get already hanging out Yuri thanks for keeping your promise Kaju Katli I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you making you dive headfirst into literature when you are not accustomed to it oh come on like it deserves any slack Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any club this year and last year too Natsukele bhane I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, Natsuki. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh, Natsuki the kodache. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Monica, Natsuki. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Natsuki. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Sayori. Don't worry, guys. Kazuki always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Only I'm the best. He helped me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. उसको रूम नि सफा गर्दिन जान्छ काजुकतली How dependable. Sorry, just because your mom is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your home on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Yuri, naughty girl. How come you and Kazukatli can become good friends too? So, Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. अरे जे दिनेछ त्यो लाज नमान. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Sayuri. Hey, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Yuri. Is that so? Yay! I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, yes. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. युरीले आफ्नो झोलामा हात हालेर एउटा पुस्तक थमाई मेरो हातमा. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is, how is this called, accidentally being so cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. उसले तेरो मनको कुरा बुझी ओके भनिदिहाल. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Yuri ले दिएको किताब मैले राखेँ. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own place. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some serial activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Yuri लट्टु छ यो उसको माथि. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it's like no one wants to be the bother today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. Am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature? I guess I could always read some of the books Yuri gave me, but I'm telling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayuri's conversation with Monica. Sayuri, we're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. Hey, what do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do this thing to speak to their creative minds. What is this? Sayuri is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Oh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Oh, what kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes? Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcake. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested. That was not why you suggested it. Huh? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Bukkad, Monica, Lazai. Cupcakes, then it is. Then I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the detail of the event itself. I'm finding myself smiling. In the end, Sayuri is still our usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. काजु कतलीले सायरीलाई मन पराउँछ. काजु कतलीलाई सबैले 4 जनाले मन पराउँछन्. Unlike me, who has trouble finding my motivation at all, Sayuri can put her mind to things and makes them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it should be like to see the world through her eyes. Kazukatli, I opened my eyes to find Sayuri's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. उसलाई देखेर झन्डै ढलिन म. मलाई माफ गरिदिऊ सायरी. सायरले, wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. यहाँ सुत्ने ठाउँ होइन. Kazukatli, does our school have a napping club? Sayuri, you are staying up late again, aren't you? Sayuri, now that you are in a club, you are gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to keep Monica overawed. It's true though. Yay! I know. You are always looking out for me, Sayuri. Yay! It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. Sayuri, you are still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Yay. Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? Sayuri, it's a secret. I knew it. अबेलासम्म सुत्छे. ढिलो सुत्छे ढिलो उठ्छे Sayuri. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayuri, it's written all over you. Yay. Sayuri glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair. It's sticking out all around here. कपाल नै नकोरिआएछ उता. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayuri's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. कपाल मिलाइदिरहेछ काजुकतलीले. I won't fall for that. There is more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there is a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would be. Sayuri. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. देखिहाल्छ नि अरू मान्छेले. Nobody gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Tag लगाउने गर naughty all. Seriously, Sayuri. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's a super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Yay! This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does this kind of things. अरे बटन लगाइदिरहेको छ राम्रो मानेर. Eh? Don't say that. You will make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy you are like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully open the button near her closet, near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Tight sapure. I did when I bought it. Sorry. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, You look much better now. So, uh, why does it feel strange to see Cyrus' blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Sorry, but it's so stuffy. Uh, it's not worth it at all. Sayuri hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Naughty छ खूब भइसकेको छ यसको. Phew, that's so much better. Sayuri puts her arm out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? So, and why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of a big better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh, I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. Hehe. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. Huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You are doing it again, Sayuri. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Monica. Monica went to work. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Kazukatli, I can't wait to read yours. Kazukatli, yay, same. Monica र काजुकतली लट्टु छन् एकअर्कामा. सायरी नि लट्टु. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayuri still trots away to retrieve her poem. Monica. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, लेखेको छु नि. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I have never really done this before. Monica. Well now, that's everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? Sayuri, I can't wait. Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from here. I sit. Natsuke and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching up into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I start show my poem to first? Monica, Yuri, Natsuki, Sayuri. Monica lattu chi Monica lai sunam पहिला. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem. I wanted her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi Kajikatli. Having a good time so far? Yay, yay. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you are new and everything, if you ever have any suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, wanted to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Aha! Don't worry, Kajukatli. We are all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we will all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Monica. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Is that so? You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Kasari different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you would think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Hmm. You sure you are not reading into it too much? I could be. Of course, I sounded like Yuri. But in any case, Sayuri's writing had kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yay, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Experiment गर्नुपर्छ नि त्यसपछि बल्ल नयाँ कुरा थाहा पाइन्छ. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Monica, that's okay. I would love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. Mind game. That doesn't mean I will always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction that sparkles protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peered inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. Oh no! यति मात्रै अरु थिएन. It's very अरे नाइ मैले त्यो पुरै पोएम पढ्नै भ्याएन मैले. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That's it. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poem a bit. And epiphany, yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here is Monica's writing tip of the day. Something when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Ramro, just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. राम्रो छ नि. Who should I show by? Natsuki. Natsuki? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Matlab? That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? Huh? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Nursery rhyme jasto cha ta. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Nursery rhyme jasto. Yay! I told you that you aren't gonna like it. I like it. के झुटो बोलौँ न मख पार मुलाई. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poem for people to express themselves? Yes, that's a good point. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits your heart, like in the poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean to be a pro. I'm glad you learned about something. Didn't expect from the youngest one yet. Did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri लाई देखाउने लास्टमा सायरी. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thought into the words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poet, right? Oh, yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. Call आयो त. Sorry for disturbance, guys. हामी continue गरौँ. I guess that is might be after reading through it. So is that bad? Do not disturb. No. Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri brushes her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writer. And having been through that myself, it's kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her, her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Yuri the पढाको मान्छे हो नि. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that got into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and taking new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, सबभन्दा इन्टेलिजेन्ट नात्सुकी छ यहाँ. आफ्नो दुनियाँमा मस्त मगन अरूलाई जेसुकै भनुन्. Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I would love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. Future, I bet, claims breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Deep छ पोएम बुझ्ने हो भने राम्ररी कन्टिन्यू गरौँ हाम्रो स्टोरी. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script off very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poem. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write it something a little more wild. Or mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Kazukatli. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thought, feeling and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's not nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you put up on these things too. Yeah, maybe that you are right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. अब सायोरीको पालो. सायोरी बौलाट थियो. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Kajgatli. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayuri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Aha! Jeez! Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understood you better than a lot of other people you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Kazukatli's poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feeling in it. Sayuri hugs the seat against her chest. You're so weird, Sayuri. Hehe. Sayuri puri lattu chhe. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you are really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Kazikatli. Deep down, you are not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for the other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yay! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you will read my poems to write. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Yay! We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away and rain days? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Sayuri. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or a no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. राम्रो छ नि सायरीको. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that the last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there is no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hehe. This was so much fun. Monica is the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there is no way my poem can withstand to theirs. This is a literature club after all. Oof. I guess it's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes landed on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging the paper, sharing their perspective poem. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki, what's with this language? Yuri, eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Natsuki, I guess you could say it's fancy. Yuri, thanks. Yours is cute. Natsuki, cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? Yuri, I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Yuri, well, I do have a couple suggestions. Natsuki, If I was looking for suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked this. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Kazukatli did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestion of my own. First of all, Yuri, excuse me, Yuri ko ego hurt bhayo yaha. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Kazukatli liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You are just... Yuri stands up as well. Yuri, maybe you are just jealous that Kazukatli appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Natsuki, huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over QTC. Natsuki. Is everyone okay? Well, you know that I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Kazukatli started shouting up. Eh? आरोप लगाइरहेछ नि यहाँ. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Kazukatli started showing up. Yuri. Natsuki. Monica. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Natsuki or Yuri. Sayori. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Yuri. Kazukatli. She's just trying to make me look bad. Natsuki. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poem all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Kazukatli. Wait. There is a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feeling and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Kazukatli? Well... How did I get into this in the first person? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Of course it's going to be. Arey, kalai bhanam. Help chahiyo. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turned to Yuri. Kazukatli. Yuri. Ulin nakfulai. But Yuri's expression is defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Kazukatli. Sayori. Help. Bacha malai. दुईटा केटीबाट बचा मलाई. Yeah. Everyone is fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you are making your friend feel like this? Sayori. Kazukatli. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for other to interject their own feeling into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. Natsuki बड़ा डेन्जर से badass. केही फिल्टर छैन, जे आयो प्याट्ट बोल्दिने. What a stuck-up jerk she's being. Yuri. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes you. Stop it! Natsuki and Yuri. Sayori. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poem, they are amazing because they gave you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poem are amazing because they paint beautiful picture in your head. Everyone is so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also Natsuki is cute and there is nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some coffee. Yuri rushes up. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayuri is vice president. I swear to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come up as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayuri is amazing in her own ways, isn't it? See? You could say that. She might be irritated, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiled sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Monica, okay everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I would say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Kazukatli, how about you? Yeah, I would say the same. It's a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poem everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I know to myself with newfound determination. Kazukatli, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Yee. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier? Ew, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen fighting like that. I promise they are both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they would make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Kazukatli, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's it. Yay. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay? Yeah. Let's do this. ल साथीहरु आजको लागि यति नै गरौँ यसपछिको पार्ट हामी नेक्स्ट इस्युमा कन्टिन्यू गरौँला त्यतिन्जेलसम्म सबैजनालाई सायोनारा